Hello, I'm the Toycat, and welcome back to another live stream on the internet. Today, I'm working on a big survival project. The big one in question is the Nether, which I'm covering in ice. Why am I covering the ice in Nether? Because, you know, people always say that when hell freezes over, they'll do something, and today I'm proving them wrong because hell is going to be frozen over. Anyway, buy cheese with it. Thank you so much, Seppi123. I love cheese, and you better believe I will. Crazy that we just started streaming, so no decides to tip, but I appreciate that. But you know, I appreciate more. I appreciate the snow blocks that we've gone through a lot of effort to collect over the past few streams by grabbing snow with our shovel, then by turning it into blocks just like this. It takes a long time, and today we'll be going through that. So thank you, Mr. Itchy, or Mr. Gabe, and then followed by Itchy. That is definitely how you say that name. You don't say it together. I think there's definitely a pause intended right there. Thank you very much. I've fallen for a few of those in my day. Today is not going to be one of those days. So, yeah, we're placing snow, not just over there, but also over here. And then we're going to have, like, two sides covered by ice, that side and this side, two sides covered by snow, and it should make a really nice icy Nether effect. Thank you very much, Ryan Kittens. By the way, I bought this, do you want to know what this thing is? I bought myself I happened to buy myself, you know, like, there's a costume store in my town, and it's like, oh, there's this crazy oversized bow tie, and it was like $1.99 because they're closing, and I was like, sure, I'll give it a try. This is the worst thing I have ever bought, you know? Of all the last purchases to make before lockdown began, I bought a giant bow tie, and man, what is my life? My life is nothing. That's what it is. Anyway, how's everyone doing? I hope it's all good. Glad to hear it, Ryan Kittens. Because personally, I've been having a pretty good day today. Again, I know for like some people, like the idea of being inside is like a kind of panic, stress, hassle thing. But for me, it's just like, okay, we're gonna calm down. We're gonna, you know, we're gonna, you know, let things be chill. And that's my kind of big plan. So, yeah. Also, cheese, big fan. It's a little joke we had in the pre-stream chat that seems to infuriate people. Because you know what? You can't joke about cheese. It's a very serious issue. This is what I've learned today. Cheese is one of the most important issues of the day. So let's start this video of a tier list. Which cheeses are the best cheeses? I know that's, honestly, like, that's what people ask most of the time. You know what, Toycat? You keep talking about Minecraft, but when will you start to talk about cheese? So tier list for cheese, let's go. We got, you know, mozzarella being a great cheese number 5. The world can't exist without mozzarella. We all have to, you know, acknowledge on some level mozzarella needs to exist. The reason mozzarella needs to exist, one, pizza, okay, already you're sold right, but also it's like a really great cheese for if you want the cheese texture with pretty much no flavor. It's great. Oh man, I'm loving these cheese in the chat. Vegan cheese is the only cheese. Vegan cheese actually comes in a bunch of different like varieties if you're interested. Like none of them are technically cheese. I mean, I don't know what the definition of cheese is, but I imagine it probably involves like an animal in there somewhere. But there's a surprising amount of vegan cheese, and some of it's actually surprisingly good. But yeah, tier number 5, we've got mozzarella. You know, right down there at number 4, just below it. I'd say like red Leicester. It's got such a nice color. If you don't know red Leicester cheese, it's got this beautiful color to it. It's not actually red. It's like orange. I hate things that are called like something, and then they have an entirely different color. Like, have you ever noticed like, oh yeah, it's cool, you know, like, I don't know, strawberry blonde is a way of saying ginger. It's like, I get it, red and yellow does make a ginger, you know, make an orange. But why do we call it that? Why do we call it red Leicester when it's orange? I don't know. Who the hell is Kill Grinch? What? Okay, you know, I don't know what that message means, Garibo, but thank you very much anyway. Also, thank you, Test Tickets. But, oh, Test Tickles. I misread your name, and it allowed me to avoid it. Heck yeah. You might think that reading things wrong is entirely a non-beneficial thing, but today I proved that assertion entirely incorrect. So yeah, orange is just reddish yellow. Yeah, no, it's funny. I believe, again, I've heard, I always hear it like we named orange after the fruit, or we named orange after the color.
Hey Toyka,
I don't know which one
how's your day going so far? I had to go get my safe pass today so I can keep going to work, lol.
What is a safe pass? Is there like a thing? Is it like a hall pass but for the country? That sounds kind of funny if that's a thing. But stop by pause. I really hope all is good, and thank you very much. I hope your day goes as good as my days intend to go. So I can't hope, long time no see, says Grave Kennedy. Hey, good to see you again, Grave Kennedy. But yeah, so Red Leicester is number 4. We named orange after the orange tree. I mean, like, it just feels a bit weird to me that, like, we discovered the orange tree before we discovered colors. Because colors are so easy to find. You just mix them together. Like, I can mix colors together, and I don't care about art too much. I'm not an art person. So, you know, you'd figure prehistoric societies that did care might. Also, Day Moodley, hope you're doing great today as well. We're having a nice little survival week this week. Like, you know what? There's a lot of stuff I need to do anyway that we've been kind of putting off. So we're going to be streaming it and saying hello to all of you. And I hope you enjoy the journey that we're going to be going on today. Because it is going to be a journey. There's going to be a lot of snow blocks placed. Too many snow blocks, some might even say. But that's not going to stop us. Also, Ash Cheeps? Ash Cheeps. I don't get it. Is that like a... Either that is someone's name and I'm just assuming it's like a joke. Or I don't get it. But you know what? Thank you very much. Petition to change global cooling to global unwarming. I've never heard the phrase global cooling before. Although right now, you know, just saying, we're doing our bit towards it right now. Just have to do that. So third best cheese in the world. I hear you ask. You say, Toy Cat, you cannot keep up the suspense anymore. How can you go any further without giving us another cheese? And you know what I say in response to that? That's fair. So pepper cheese is incredible. If you've never had peppers inside of the cheese, it's such a great thing because, like, you know, there's a little bit of heat, there's a little bit of melty, there's like flavor, texture, etc. Like, to me, most cheeses that have things inside of them are gross. Like, you know how you can get cheese that has like bits of vegetable in there? It's like, no, I'll put vegetables in my cheese when I want it. But do have to say otherwise. Really great. Also, thank you, Bart Hole and Bart Hole. I don't. Oh, Bart. I get it. I get it. You know, that did get me. That got me. Good job, friend. You know, really, this is what names are here for, to try and trick Toy Cat into saying questionable things. But yeah, so Monterey Jack gang. I like Monterey Jack, but I wouldn't put it in the top 5, just because of the fact that, like, you know, Monterey Jack, you know, it's sure it exists. Also, man, we use up snow really quickly. Didn't appreciate just how quickly till just now. And also, for some reason, we put the box up there, so we have to climb up the ice to get to our snow. Terrible decision making, as it turns out. I'm in the process of drawing you right now, says Grave Kennedy. I'd love to see it when you're done. I always, again, the level of artsiness some people have inside of them always makes me, like, disappointed in myself by comparison. It's like, you know, my level of artsiness by comparison is like, oh yeah, sometimes I draw things when absolutely necessary, and they look off. Like, I have to draw things looking deliberately awful, or they just look so bad. You know, like, there's this funny valley. We're gonna get back to cheese tier list, don't worry. There's this funny, like, valley of, like, when you try really good at something. Like, when you're really bad at something, but you can tell that you put effort in, it's more painful than if you did something deliberately bad. Maybe that shouldn't be the way the world works, but it seems to be. Also, thank you, Shark Boy. Hope you're enjoying the day so far. I tried to tip you on Streamlabs because my bank automatically detects it as fraud and blocks it. Oh, that's really odd that your bank is just against online transactions. Maybe they're taking, like, a big stance against, like, tipping streamers. Like, no, bad use of your money. Or maybe it's because, maybe what it is enough people have charged back from your bank on Streamlabs because they're, you know, like, it's a clever way to, if you use it via PayPal, at least it's a clever way to, like, get, you know, pretend you gave money and then get the money back. Pro tip. Want to commit credit card fraud or bank fraud? You can do that really easily. But yeah, so maybe that's the reason why. You know, and, like, because banks in America are super small, maybe your bank was just like, why take the risk? And then they decided not to. And you know what? Fair enough. You didn't pick up the shulker box. Yeah, you know, you're right. I left the shulker box. Pretty dumb, eh? Pretty dumb. We'll go get that. We'll go get that. It's one of those mistakes you don't think about as you're doing it, because you're just, like, doing a lot of stuff, and then you realize, like, hey, kind of dumb, huh? Kind of dumb. So we're gonna remove these blocks right here because we're gonna replace them with snow instead, just to kind of keep the, because the reason we're placing over the Nether rack is to keep the shape of the Nether rack, but I also think it's important to do this. Are you gonna reset your Nether in the update? Says Loki the cat. You can't. There's been a lot of rumors from people saying, like, oh yeah, there's gonna be a forced Nether reset, and it's like, no. It's funny how easily rumors can spread because, you know, this is the thing about human psychology. Like, we spread pieces of information not based on the truthfulness of them, but, like, you know, there's, like, other factors at play. And it means that, like, truth is very hard to get out there. I'd love to make a video about all these, like, weird myths that we've been hearing about Minecraft updates. Because, again, if there's something I like doing on my channel, it's correcting people who are obviously wrong and need to know about it. So, yeah, let's go back. Let's pick up the thing right there. So, yeah, third cheese is definitely gonna be pepper cheese. Second cheese on the list. I know what you're thinking. This is a tense moment. There's only once a year where Toy Cat finishes his cheese tier list. Also boobies. Oh, damn it. They even put it in the text. And I messed that one up. So Who knows? Who knows? But Boo Bees is clever. I'll give you that one, Mr. Boo underscore Bees. But also Oodles says my bank said no Streamlabs. So
My bank said no to Streamlabs also, so have a little extra.
it really is a lot of banks doing that. A lot of people say that, and it's like, man, that is frustrating. I clearly need to set up PayPal just for people like that, like who don't want Susan to have 30%, but also whose banks say no. I'd love to set up something at least, because you know it's. I'll work it out. I'll work it out. Pimento cheese was invented by the devil. I will say there's a lot of really bad cheeses. Like, you know, tier 2 on this list. What's it gonna go to though? Is it gonna go to pimento cheese, Swiss cheese? You know, there's so many cheeses out there. By the way, got an idea. Swiss cheese, like this is a product idea I've been developing for a while. Swiss cheese, but without, you know, like only, you know, because the bit that people like about Swiss cheese, it's covered in holes, right? Like fascinating. Swiss cheese, but it's got even more holes. Swiss cheese, but it's 100% holes. That is my business idea. You could package it, sell it as like a European treat. And then, yeah, genius idea, right? But yeah, so right after that, I'm going to have to say... Also, hello, Tokat. What are the new dimensions that a water pool has to have so you can fish from it? You said in a recent video, but I forgot and can't find it now. Thanks. It's 5 by 5 by 4, I believe. If you go for a 5 by 5 by 5 cube, you should be safe. The basic logic is that you can't detect a block next to your bobber, and you can't detect a block next to the block next to your bobber. So 5 blocks is 3 blocks in every direction from where the bobber is. That's the logic, at least. It makes sense to me. It makes sense. It means that, like, also, even if you've got 5 by 5 by 5 water, you have to go in the middle of that. So realistically, you want to have a river if you're fishing naturally. Cereal. You know what? I need to get super cereal with these stream tips, am I right? But yeah, so what is the best cheese of all? Because we're skipping tier 2. I've decided, you know what? Swiss cheese with all the holes, that would be my tier 2. But the only thing better, like I say, bobber. I'm saying it correctly, right? Ginger Ninja says, this is my first time tipping anyone. I hope you enjoy the £5. See, I'm going to replace the word donate with tip. Because if I say tip, I'm, like, involved in, like, making you believe that we all die otherwise. And maybe that's, like, during lockdown, I could be like, hey, this is my only source of income. Give me your money if you want to see live streams. But I like tip. It's more accurate. You know, your money will be used to fund exclusively bad causes. First look at, I listen to your unlisted live streams while I play my survival world. Have a nice day. Oh yeah, pro tip for anyone else out there. If you want to see these live streams after they're done, some of them stay live on the channel. Most of them go into a playlist on my channel called Unlisted Live Streams. The reasons behind why, how, etc. YouTube algorithm, blah, 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 blah. You don't care. Exactly. So instead we just say, yeah, that's a thing that we do. If it's 100% whole, then it would be a ring. It wouldn't be a hole if there's nothing cheese. That's what I'm saying. We sell that and we sell it as a European export. People go crazy for it. All of a sudden, what's that? We make a bunch of money selling people literally an empty package. Might say it's impossible, but I have lots of information to the contrary on that one. So thank you very much. I don't know what that's gonna be, but it's gonna be some silly word, and I'm not gonna say it out loud. But thank you, Mr. Man, for the £1 donation. See, I said donation. No, your money's going to the drinking. You know what? I've got myself a fishbowl right here. This is what your money goes on. This isn't a donation. This isn't a registered charity. The money is very much not accounted for. Very much, you know, like in any international standard organizational way, and instead just very much goes to the thing that tickles my fancy most at that moment, including I found something incredible, chat. I thought I ran out, but it was a lie. I did not run out. I found myself another can of the Mike's Lemonade stuff, which is cool. It's very tasty for an American drink. I feel like America does alcohol very badly for the most part, but every now and then they have something special. And this is one of those something specials in my personal opinion. So we need to get out of this place. It's very tricky, but we should be able to, just like this. Hey, thank you very much, female toy cat. Female toy cat, maybe? Also, Jenny Tools says, hi, toy cat. Hello, Jenny Tools. Oh, damn it. I was so sure. I was like, oh, it's Jenny, you know? No, there's no Jenny out there who's going to be mean, but they're not really a Jenny. I am, you know, it's a whole thing. So anyway, we're going to pour myself a drink. It's going to be great. I've got my 2 straws again. I've accidentally spilled a little bit below this, but it's fine. And look at that. I've got some apple juice. I've got some lemonade. I'm going to mix them together. We're going to have a good time. I've got 2 straws here, too. Can you take your snow to me? I really miss it here, says Mark and More. Snow is one of the most beautiful things in the world. By the way, cheese, tier list. I need more straws, says Jack of all trades. Here is a thing you can do. Anyone on the internet? This is my offer to you. You say you want more straws, I'll add a new straw for you. This is something I'll do for anyone. Again, if you want to donate to the fund of Toy Cat Needs More Straws in his drinks, it is a registered charity under literally no company law ever. But yeah, you wanna donate? That's the one thing you can donate to. Toy Cat getting more straws in his drink from his giant fish bowl that he bought also with your questionable money. More straws, more straws. I want more straws. We all want more straws secretly. I want more straws, says Emmy Ahmed. Exactly. This is the easiest way to ration it out. Use my desire for more straws as a way to secretly, gauge the internet's ability to pay you to put more straws in your drink. Because Jack of all trades totally agrees. Anyway, though, yeah, what is my favorite cheese in the world? You know what it is? You know what it is, internet? It's a controversial opinion here, but my favorite cheese is brie. And the reason brie is top of the tier list is because it's so soft and gooey. It's so incredible. It's such a good cheese. You might think to yourself, like, you know what? Brie's like, it's a soft cheese. I'm more of a hard cheese guy. But again, all you have to do is take something hard, whatever that hard thing has to be. You can, it is like, fake namers, one of you remembers this, Garib. Oh, wait. More straw for the win. Also, Mike's black cherry is the best. Oh yeah, I got a pack of 8 from, we're gonna try and mix up the straws. If you like black cherry, I'm gonna throw in a red straw for you. You've got a permanent straw in my drink, Mr. Gerald K. His I think name, Mike's, sorry, here's my spot money. Mike's hard as Canadian. Is that really true? Oh, I feel betrayed. I feel like I've been lied to by the American media, into believe. I mean, I guess like Smirnoff pretends to be a Russian brand because, like, you know, Russian vodka seems like a good link, and it's really American. Maybe everything just lies because you know, Mike just doesn't sound like a Canadian dude. I'm gonna read this can. I'm gonna see if that's real thing. It says Rochester, New York, and then I don't know about that one, buddy. I'm gonna have to confirm online. But it doesn't say anything about Canada on my can. Maybe it's like one of those companies that's like started in America, has a separate thing elsewhere. I don't know. Brie. Yeah, brie is so good. Brie is such a good cheese. Just get something hard with it. Whether that's a cracker, whether that's like a piece of, I don't know, stone. It doesn't matter. If you like hard cheese, then, you know, make your soft cheese hard. It's a possibility. Your cheese commentary is brilliant. You know, when I started YouTube all those years ago, the real place I was aiming for was where one day I'd be doing Minecraft survival projects, kind of on autopilot, while talking about my favorite cheese. And I'm glad we finally reached that point, because someone needs to tell the world how good brie is. Someone needs to say that. It's just a fact, right? It's just a fact. And, screw having more straws, we need more fish bowl. I'm not using enough of my
Thanks
fish
for
bowl.
your straws.
Oh.
Also, can you make a snow golem in the Nether? Brie is yes.
So first of all, thank you so much, Pookie Helm. Second of all, we'll add another straw to the drink. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so this is 5 straws I've got right now. A bit too many to make a drink from, but let's try anyway. You get a lot more drink than you're expecting per like, I guess, sip. But you know, that's arguably a good thing. One could argue. Is it 1 straw per $1 or 1 straw per request? Also, I want more straws, please. So I wanna clarify that we'll just go with 1 straw per request, because otherwise, you know, I feel like that's a fair way. Like, every person who wants a straw, add a straw to the drink. Like this Owen Imhob who's like, I want a straw. You know what we do? We throw a straw in the drink. I love turtles. I mean, actually, the words hate turtle. I like straws more than I like turtles. If you disagree with that, that's fair. That's a fair opinion. But you know what I think about that opinion? I think it's incorrect. And I'm going to put another straw in my drink just to spite you. Took out 5 straws as me at Nando's. Oh, Nando's is closed in the UK. This is the tragedy levels we've reached. Also, I kid you not, it was originally made in Canada, but it gets processed in the States. I've been to the facilities that make it here in Canada. Oh, that's awesome. Again, I love hearing that something comes from Canada as opposed to the US, because it's kind of like a win for the UK. You know, it's like a win for, you know, not America in the English-speaking world, and we need those where we can get those. Always a plan. Also, Somerset Brie plus some sesame breadsticks. Exactly, like, you just, Brie is just such a good cheese. It's so versatile, it goes everywhere all the time, and that's why it comes to the top of my tier list. Another straw in free Tibet, says Mr. 4China. Guess what? Another straw going in the drink. Yeah, this is too many straws now. I can't even count them. 7, I think that is. You might say 7 is too many straws, but I would respond to that. There is no such thing as too many straws. No straw. Also, Jeb says no cave update. Cheddar is the only true cheese. Man, cheddar's the sort of cheese you like if your favorite, you know, if your favorite drink is Coca-Cola, and you know, you think that the newest iPhone is, or like not even the newest iPhone. Let's go more basic than that. Like, your favorite drink is Coke. Your favorite Minecraft block is like, I don't know, wood planks. You made one of those Minecraft houses based on the tutorials that looks exactly the same. You think yourself you're a good builder as a result. You know, there's a lot of ways we can describe the people who, you know, the people who think that cheddar is a good cheese. But you know, it's a good cheese. It's okay. It exists. You can't deny that. But saying it's good, a little bit of a stretch, I would say. A little bit of a stretch. So I'm running out of snow, so we're gonna temporarily go switch to some ice. Hope this doesn't offend you, internet. But we have to like make the bridge between snow and ice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this great here. Also, no straw, poor turtles. Also, Harvati is the best cheese. I mean, okay, you know what? You can like turtles and also agree that, you know what, straws are great. It's like we live in a world where you totally can pick like straws over turtles or turtles over straws. But you know what we should be picking? We should be picking somewhere in between. More straw, please, says Owen Oimhob. You know what I say in response to that? Another straw in the drink. Yeah, this is I literally, like, it's just turning into like a mega straw at some point. But let's give this a whirl, internet. Another one. You know what? Okay. First blue straw for the drink. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. It's so hard to get any liquid up without getting all the liquid up.
First time toy cat tax. How many straws does this give me?
Thank you so much, Richard Grossenbach, who wants a straw. And thank you, Stel Blue, the $30 tip. That is crazy. I am glad you are paying the toy cat tax, and that I hope you feel warm and fuzzy on the inside like you should. Sadly, this is a communist society where there is a limit of 1 straw per person. Why is that limit in place? I'm not sure. We came up with it a few minutes ago, and I tried to stay consistent with the things I've said in the past. So, you know, that's apparently the rules, starting from a while ago. But we can add a straw in there, and we can also praise Stel Blue. Because, man, what are the odds? I'm just picking a random straw each time. We got like 5 purples before we got 1 blue. How does that even work? Also, I literally can't even drink out of this anymore. I literally can't. I don't have enough suction in my mouth to get the liquid out of it. It's a whole thing. Also, he coughed. I'm sorry, internet. As long as you all stay at least 2 meters away from me and wash your hands after this, you should be good. Again, let's all observe proper distancing and all that. You should make all the booms in the Nether. Make a long straw, put them in each other, says Mercedes. Oh, that's a cool idea. I like that one. Also, Anita Peace says Moo. Is that your new name, Mr. Moo person? Or is that just a common stream tip now? It's just like, you know what? I'm not sure what I'm gonna say. So Moo is that. Because you're meant to say I'm Welsh. We all know it. We all know them's the rules. But apparently not you. So yeah, we're gonna keep placing ice right here. And then because someone's always gonna be like, Toy Cat, you're placing ice instead of snow. What we do is we sneakily grab the snow for a second. And we go, look, now we're placing so much snow. And then we place a few blocks of snow. And when no one's looking, we slide back to the ice. That is my genius plan. Because mostly we have a lot more ice we need to place than snow. Mostly because we mined a lot more ice than we mined snow. But I do still want to keep the snow in there. How did you start YouTube, says Sandro Gamer. See, the problem with questions like that is, technically speaking, the answer is I started YouTube by someone telling me about it and me signing up for an account. And that is 100% an accurate answer to your question. You gotta ask your questions like a lawyer. But yeah, Stell Blue, it's really good to see you. Oh wait, Stell Blue, it's good to see you. I can't smell true. I can smell that it's true that I am going to be one with you. Also, he called me Richard. Heck yeah, more straw please, says Rochelle Rosenbach. Oh man, you know, I don't know how I made that mistake, but that is a fascinating one. That I got Rochelle. What even is Rochelle? That's not a real name. Hey, thank you, Jennifer Jump. I'm suspicious of all Jennifers now. Like, all Emilys seem to be pretty great people, right? That's what we've worked out from these streams. And Jenny's, you know, or at least the fake Jenny, has caused suspicion for all Jennies out there.
Your neighbors are going to hear you coughing and have you quarantined. Also, Snow Golem, please.
Oh, the snow golem. Sorry, I forgot to mention that thing. So you can't put snow golems in the Nether, or you can, but they break immediately. If you've watched my beating Minecraft about any punching, you'd see that. Like it's a thing I showed off there. Like they exist for about 8 seconds and like 2 hits if you spawn them next to blazes. If I wish snow golems could work in the Nether, because then I could get an infinite source of snow here, but obviously they don't. Didn't even get the joke. It was a neat piece like, I need to relieve my bladder. I need to piece. I don't get it. You know what? Sorry. As far as like troll names go, Moo, you are not in the lead on this one. Also, I can't play this game for more than 5 days without giving up or cheating. Any advice? Honestly, what it is, I could give you advice, but Zach Gordon, what it is they're just not real, bro, says Rich Cell. I'm sorry to break it to you. Here's the real advice for you, Zach Gordon. If you can't play the game for more than 5 days without cheating or giving up, maybe you're a bad person. Maybe it's not Minecraft that's the problem, you're the problem. Maybe, you know, all of these issues that you sometimes think are like inside of you, and then people tell you that, no, it can't be you that's the problem. Maybe you are the problem. Maybe you're the thing that everyone should be, you know, maybe that's what this is. I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying it looks pretty likely from where I'm standing, huh? Looks pretty likely from here that maybe you're the one who's got an issue. It's on peaceful way you do this build. If you want to see my settings, they look like this. We're on easy, apparently. I play on easy just because there's a few bosses. No, there's a few mobs which do, like, less annoying effects to you on easy. Like, I'm guaranteed not to die either way. But there's a few things that are just very slightly more annoying. Like, it makes no difference. If we turn up difficulty to normal right now, which we'll do. Look at that. Normal difficulty. Not a single thing changes for me. Besides the 1 in 1,000 chance that I'll die goes up to like 1 in 980. And it's just like, well, that's not actually a challenge, is it? You're right, my name is a mess of letters. It's true, right? One more straw, please. How much sleep is too much sleep? Man, oversleep totally is a real problem. Also, what's that? Jessica Forsyth wants a straw. It's the first orange straw going in the drink. Oh, that was a weird blur. This drink is more straws than drink now. But that's okay, in my opinion. That's totally okay. Because what we're here for is to grab some snow. We'll grab all the snow we can, but realistically, we're just going to grab as much ice as we can find in one of these and drop it right into here. Also, we're going to drop off the random mushrooms that we've been picking up as we go along. It's just a mess. I don't want this many mushrooms. We're not going to make any soup with them or anything. They're just there. They just exist. Also, we're going to combine all the crossbows together. There's a lot of combining going on here. It's going to be great. Also, Jenny was also me, some one-to-one I'm fooling you currently. I'm glad you have fun with your evenings, Moo. Also, yeah, the thing about sleep is, like, most people get too little sleep, not too much. But then it's, like, it's really easy to go the other way and then immediately go to the place where you have far too much sleep. And it's happened to me, like, way too often in my life. Where, like, again, you cut down on sleep the tiniest bit, you don't notice. You cut down a little bit more, you don't notice. You cut down a lot, and all of a sudden you notice a lot. So you're like, oh, I'll catch up on some sleep. Seems like a really smart idea when you say it in words like that. But as soon as you actually do it, you're like, okay, I'll sleep for 12 hours. And you feel tired then too. Because, I don't know, there's something about the human body that's just like... Well, I've heard that once you miss sleep, it's just gone forever. The best thing you can try to do is, instead of trying to oversleep to, like, cancel out the lack of sleep, is just to try and sleep the perfect right amount. I don't know what that is. I'd say, like, 9 hours, for some people, 8 hours for other people. I've heard the amount of sleep you need in your life goes down as you get older. But I can't imagine that's true because I've been sleeping less as I've getting older. And I just feel like a wreck as a result all the time. Maybe I'm one of the like few adults that just isn't that way. Or maybe the world is more complex than it seems. I'm not sure. All I know is thank you, Jessica. Hope all is well out there in Utah. Also, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Malaysian Airlines Flight 103. You know, I sometimes say that I should start reading messages before I read them out loud, so I don't say something offensive. And that sort of message is a good reminder on why. And I can't even say I don't find it funny. It's, you know, dark humor. Good way of getting through a lot of things. Say cops without your lips touching. Oh, I see what you're gonna do there. I see what you're doing there, buddy. That's funny, big guy. You know what? I like that today's stream is just, can we trick Andrew? How can we trick him in the most effective way? So, you know what? I like it. Good job, friends, brothers, strangers. You're doing a good job, but not a good enough job, I'm afraid. Not a good enough job. Also, my 1 plus 7 is 11. Oh man, what am I reading? You know what, chat? Like sometimes, like we have like super solid chats here. We're like, oh yeah, this is good. This is what I want to be talking about in the world. And sometimes we see Toy Cat, are you my dad? We see bye. We see no, don't sort it. And it's like, you know what? Stay classy, chat. Stay classy. I guess that's the funny thing about live chat is like when you're on the internet, anyone can comment. There's no barrier to entry, and no barrier to entry is so cool because it allows anyone to enter. But you know, some of those people are going to be the best people who otherwise wouldn't be able to. But no barrier to entry also means like, man, if anyone can do anything, you're going to get a lot of garbage that you wouldn't get otherwise. So I'm going to try my best to. Yesterday's chat was so good. What happens, says G-Bay. Here's my plan. I'm going to pretend chat. I'm only going to read, you know, friendly, fun, adding to the conversation chat messages. So that's what we're going to try right now. We're going to say like, you know, we're going to only try to read nice little, you know, we're going to have a good time hanging out. And that is a questionable thing to do. But we're going to try our very best. And it's going to be great. So, yeah, right now we're doing pretty well with this. I think we only need to like hit here and then we'll like bend around that maybe out to the edge. Actually, let's work out the boundaries now and then we'll fill in the gaps later. I think that's always a better idea. Try building for a minute, please, says hello, Heimer. Let's see how many blocks of ice we can place within a minute. That's a fun game, actually. So, starting from 22:52. So the minute's gonna change in 10 seconds. We're gonna get down to 60 blocks. We're gonna place these 4 right here. Let's see how many blocks we can place in the next minute. Okay, starting now. Let's do this. Speed building. Because I guess speed building is a very, very important thing if you want to get things done. Because there's actually a funny thing about like efficiency where you can always be more efficient, but if you have less fun, then you might be more efficient at, say, placing blocks, but you can be less efficient at like actually having fun and enjoying what you're doing. And in a lot of like careers and professions, you know, that trade-off is worth making. But sometimes, let's say you're a live streamer, it's not. So it's 26 seconds. I've gone through 60 blocks. We're going pretty good right now, I'd say. We're just going to try and place as many down as we can in places that we actually don't need to remove because it's not speed building if you have to remove it later. And we're just going to see how fast we can get all of this stuff done. Because there's the cognitive load that comes from talking in your most like effective self. In the same way, like when you do a presentation, you probably can also do your favorite sport or play Minecraft so effectively. We've gone through 120 blocks, and now we'll go through the rest of these, and we'll see how many we end up with. So that has been officially a minute. We placed 120 plus 29 blocks. 149 blocks in a minute. We could theoretically, therefore, if we did that for a whole hour, place, what is that, 150, 9,000 blocks of ice in an hour, which is kind of efficient. How much would we place otherwise? Someone could do the maths and check, but I don't know for sure. It's going to be a whole thing. Build DIO with only ice and snow, says Angeline Beralio. Build DIO with only ice and snow. What does that even mean? It's probably a reference that I'm getting. You wasted a block. You know, we'll remove that. I got 148 blocks in a minute. I did notice the waste. I'll be real with you. I hope no one would notice. I feel ashamed that someone has. It is the greatest dishonor that has ever been brought upon me, and I'm very sorry about that. Also, thank you very much. I missed the one. Izzy for the £5. Also, Porygon Q. Me being blamed for the end of last stream is probably the most notoriety I've had in a while. Add a straw, says Porygon Q. You know, Porygon Q. If you like notoriety, just know this straw, this piece of damage to turtles, going in this drink. This one's on you, friend. That's something the environment will never forget. Let alone the turtles. They'll all be dying in those horrible things. There's a giant, like, spill on my desk that I've just been leaving there. I'm going to forget about it, and it's going to be very sticky tomorrow. It's going to be a whole problem. Also, Toycat, give us an error review of your progress so far. Also, you've successfully created a cult personality based around yourself. To some extent, any media personality is always going to have that. Also, Emily Blair says, hi, Toycat. Hello, fellow Emily's. Again, see that? Friendly Emily coming here to save the day from the chat of nightmares. Also, should really save my pennies, but seeing my message on screen is exciting in this boring time, says rickety old man. I'll admit that spending 100 pennies on seeing a message on screen might be something you dislike. But it's funny though, because like it shows that on on live streams, people like to believe that there's only one reason people ever tip. Like, oh yeah, it's because the name on screen. Oh yeah, it's because of the support. Oh yeah, it's because they have something they want to say. But the truth is, there's just like lots of reasons that all fall under like one umbrella. Some people only give money because they want to see another straw go in the drink. This many people, in fact. This is too many straws, internet. Too many straws. Too many straws. Wait, rickety old man. Did I fall for it? What did I fall for? But yeah, no. The questioner. I'd love to show you an aerial view of the whole thing. That sounds like a great idea, as far as I'm concerned. So I hate the thought of YouTube having a credit card, says Siphon. It actually goes to Google, which like you can be paranoid about Google. You like it's a fair thing, like Google's like the least evil of the major tech
All
companies.
this ice and snow is putting me in the Christmas spirit. Santa Claus, snow cloud, snowman, snowman, snowflake. Santa Claus, snow cloud, snowman, snowman, snowflake. Also, another straw, please.
Okay, so first of all, thank you so much, Mr. Shockboy. I do love the Christmas mood, like the snowy mood, the wintry mood. Like I besides the fact that it's bad for like diseases and viruses and stuff, I am gonna seriously miss winter. I'm gonna be spending all summer thinking like, man, sure would be nice if we were in winter right about now, huh? But yeah, thanks so much, Shockboy. You know what, Shockboy? You gave a yellow super chat, so a yellow one goes in the drink. Oh, we could totally do this. Wait, there's blue super chats, there's green super chats, there's yellow, there's red. We could totally do like a weird science experiment where like you throw another one in based on the color, and then you could see like which people put in which color. I don't know. I love the idea of like, I love interesting representation of information. I'm working on a video right now about the way like iron ore is generating differently in betas and stuff, and it's something I just find really fascinating. Maybe it's just me, maybe it's not. But if you want to see the aerial view, here it is so far. I'm gonna try and get one of these stalactites. Actually, we'll just stand from here. This is probably the best view of the whole thing. As you can see, the Nether, which previously super nevery, now it's the exact opposite. So try coming to Saskatchewan, Canada, where it's -40 half the time, says Milkshake Man. Yeah, I always remember, like, I was gonna come to Saskatchewan. I think I mentioned that somewhat recently. I like had the plans all laid out. Obviously, I can't anymore. Travel's just been shut down. There is no travel in the world. It's probably for the best, but it's also sad if it's something you love. You know, even if you think that something you love should die, it doesn't make it better when that thing dies. Just, you know, if those of you who are like, oh, you shouldn't travel anyway. Yeah, I know I shouldn't. Doesn't mean you don't want to. You know, I know I shouldn't murder, you know, my wife. Doesn't mean that secretly, I don't know what I'm going for with this one, actually. If my wife dies, I don't have a wife. But if she does die, just know I didn't kill her. These comments are not an admission of guilt or an admission of intent. But yeah, also, when will you finally introduce us to your girlfriend, Toycat? Why don't you invite her to dinner or something?
Is the Nether actually hot when you can place snow on it, or is it just racist against water? Thinking face.
Man, you know, these are the real questions, Blue. Thank you so much for using Stream Labs for the tip. Do appreciate it, Mr. Friendo. Give me a blue straw in the drink, please. There are so few blue straws in this one. Like, I think they must cost more or something. But there's a blue straw. It's in the drink. And we're going to drink from a combination of blue and yellow right now. Mmm. Really tasty drink. Again, some lemonade is good. Lemonade with a little extra sweet and fun in there. Even better. But yeah, thanks so much, Mr. Gus the King. Also, this be so much better in the Warp Forest 1.6 in comes out because of the blue fog instead of the white fog. Oh man, don't. Oh, you've broken my heart. That's totally true as well. That totally is true, I bet. It'd be nice if old world Nevers would like change the. Man, that's not how it is. Ah, I've missed out. I've messed up royally. So now I have to do this before the Never update comes out, or people will just eternally say that. Oh, how did you manage to break my heart so bad with one message, friend?
Too many straws, too many straws, not enough straws, add more straws.
Okay, Gerald K. More straw. Just for you. Also, lemonade is good. Cooking with Toy Cat. I think I don't know if I've done this before. If I haven't done it before, I intended to. But like, I discovered only very recently, like, I never had that child experience of like building my own lemonade stand or like making my own lemonade super easily. So when I did have the first like big experience of like making, I learned literally a year ago, lemonade is just lemon, sugar, ice and water, and the ice is optional. It's lemon, sugar and water. It's literally 3 ingredients to make lemonade, and it's incredible when you do it. So like the thing I really love, Stelblue says, you know what I want? I'll tell you what you want, what you really, really want. You want a straw? You wanna, okay, this is the number of straws we have now. It is literally just like a pack of straws but in a drink now. It is impossible to drink out of without some of it going everywhere. Mmm. Very good though, very good. You know, there's gonna be one person out there. This stream is gonna be the first thing they watch on my channel, and they're just not gonna understand anything that's going on here. They're just gonna like, you know how someone said a thing about the cult personality earlier. Sorry that I forgot your name, friendo. But it's kind of true about this, right? Like, hey, it's, you know, like the cult personality isn't necessarily true, but you are always building up in jokes and like references and all that sort of stuff that aren't gonna make sense to anyone joining for the first time. So yeah, are you drinking out of a fishbowl, says it's me, Max. See, right, things like that, like even people who just didn't see yesterday's stream, they're confused about this fishbowl. Like, why does this exist, you know? One of my friends did a lemonade stand when we were a kid, and the parents required them to pay for the ingredients and took 50%. Oh man, that is brutal. I mean, you gotta learn about taxes early, I guess. Gotta learn about taxes early. I've heard that like in some like I don't know if I like heard this correctly, but I heard that there was like a certain state where like the parents annoyed a police officer, so the police officer came and like, you know, said to the child like, where's your public commercial goods license? And it's a reminder that like, you know, we all like to believe the law is a thing that you have to follow all the time, but really the law is just a set of things that someone can punish you for at any time if you want to. Like, you can break the law all the time. It's only until you annoy someone enough to actually enforce it on you that it becomes a problem. And the thing about the lemonade stand, like, everyone commits tax fraud all the time. Everyone commits, like, evasion of laws literally all the time.
Yes, Toy Cat,
and we just kind of hope for the
Did
best.
you really not know that lemonade was sweetened lemon juice, basically?
I didn't!
I mean, like, same though same. Plus, I wouldn't charge the classic 25 cents, more like $5 bucks.
First of all, thanks so much, Crazy Cooper 102. I really didn't know. Second of all, I've always thought, like, you know, I agree with you. Charge a like, what you do is you don't say the price until people get there. Then you say, sorry, that'll be $5. And then you say, oh yeah, it's for my child's operation or whatever. So I was thinking, like, a genius idea, because it's literally 3 ingredients, they're so cheap. Just rent a child for the weekend, use it to sell some lemonade, and boom, you've got yourself a profitable business venture right there. It's definitely an idea I've considered. Definitely didn't Google how to rent a child and get put on a blacklist, but a watch list, sorry. But yeah, I really do think that like lemonade is one of the biggest profit turners, and the fact that we just you know, turn a blind eye to all these child tax evaders is kind of funny. Side note, by the way, I did a pay what you want cupcake stand when I was a kid, and this old man bought all my cupcakes $1.20 and asked me if he could take a plastic tray for free. Man, an old man came and abused the pay what you want system. I feel like pay what you want only works for digital goods, because actually wait, I really want to do this for some time. Like I want to find a platform that let me. But like I have a few books I wrote about. One about cheap travel, one about like just weird facts in the world. You could find them on Amazon right now. I try out weird business ventures sometimes. But you search like Andrew Toycat, how to travel the world on a budget, I think. But anyway, the reason I mentioned that, not to promote the books, they're bad, don't buy them. But I like them. But you know, you don't have to. I'm just trying to say, ignore the thing about their self-promotion. But I feel like pay what you want is great, because effectively on the internet, everything costs $0 to produce. So even if you sell something for 1 cent, you're making a profit. If you pirate Minecraft and then send a cent over to the development team, technically speaking, they've still made a profit on you. That's why piracy is hard to... Like, you know, stealing in real life will objectively get the police called on you eventually, unless you're stealing bread from a giant supermarket or something. Market or something. But on the internet, like, piracy, even though it's still illegal, people don't feel the same way about it. People probably should, right? But they don't. It's a whole thing. Lemonade is also really great sweetened with honey, says Jennifer Jump. You know, this is why I don't trust the Jennifers of the world. You know, they lure you in with their normal sounding names and their reasonable sounding ideas. Then they come out there saying that honey is great in lemonade. One of the things that drives me like most insane about the world, I'm sure that I just haven't tried the right honey yet. I'm sure that's what this actually is. But like, honey is just garbage to me. One, I mean, it's like bee juice, which is like a weird like production method. You know, ignore the you know, like the taste of it, but like the whole like how it's produced, kind of strange. But if we get past that, if we ignore the production method, it's like honey just doesn't taste very good. It just isn't so wonderful. I really do not like honey, and when you put honey in things to make it sweet, it just makes it taste like honey. And it's like, well, if you like honey, this is great, but no, local honey is the best honey. Also, you know, I've got another strongly held opinion right here. People say that local stuff is good stuff. I think people say that to like feel good about themselves or whatever. I've never thought to myself, because I actually do have like a town market somewhat near me that I go to sometimes. I never think like this is all local stuff, and it's like it tastes like the supermarket, sometimes less fresh, sometimes more fresh, I'll admit. But it's usually like, it has the same average quality. Fruits that's in season matters a lot, right? Like, but your local area can suck. The idea of local being good all the time, it's like, no. There is one place in the world that makes the best honey. There is one place in the world that makes the best anything else. And you know what, Jennifer Jump, I disagree with your opinions. I disagree with them strongly. Honey lasts forever and has so many great qualities, says Alan. You know, I'm just saying, the honey lobby's coming out in full strength. Can't trust you, Alan. You know, Alan sounds like a man who works at a honey company. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. So, also, whiskey is also good in lemonade. There's a lot of alcohol lemonade combinations. I think the truth is like, when it comes to spirits, they're very strong and not very good by themselves. So people can, any like good tasting drink is going to be mixed with a spirit at some point as like an attempt. In the UK, this is gross that people do this, but people generally like mix like squash, like cordial, like high juice, whatever you want to call it, with vodka, and it's just like it's the grossest thing that apparently like every teenager has a common experience in. I don't like that. I don't agree with that, but it is a thing that exists. Wrongly, obviously, wrongly. So honey in those bear or beehive bottles tastes like trash. Unpasteurized honey tastes amazing. Yeah, honestly, I've only ever had honey from like a fridge shelf.
Yeah,
like,
honey, after a while is like a ton of sugar. You not can only see it, but you can feel it too after you have a plastic bottle of honey a long while.
You know what? Crazy Cooper 102. You know, me and you, we have a lot of agreements about honey, apparently. You know, it's actually one of the things I found funny is like, in the world, it's really easy to to bond with someone over just a mutual hatred of things. Like, you know what? This Crazy Cooper guy, he's alright. He understands. Unlike Jennifer. Unlike I feel like every now and then we like almost borderline bullying. But like, they understand what honey is all about. It literally is just like a sugar replacement that's just as bad as sugar, but it has a flavor too. Like, who's after that? I don't understand. Toycat has an app on Amazon. No, it's an ebook. I don't know why it's got like similar things to an app. I can see why you would be confused, but I assure you I do not. I think I designed an app once for a company, and I broke down while trying to make it because I have no clue how to make apps. It was awful, and in the end, I don't think they used it for anything. But like, I just put loads of images and like text and like basically I made a garbage thing that just about looked like it should. It's a whole thing. But anyway, Rick Hansen, making your own stuff is the best. Eggs from your own hens and freshly made home bed. I've actually I've always wanted to keep chickens, like, because to me the logic is pretty simple, pretty cut straight and dry. That like, hey, chickens exist in the world, right? Why don't we take them chickens that are existing out here in the world? Should we replace this like big lava beam with a big ice beam? Do you think that'd be fun? It'd be hard to do, but we totally could. Yeah, what we'll do is we could like scaffold up once, replace the lava, and then put loads of like. That's such a cool idea. I think we'll do that with like snow or like packed ice. Chat, if we're gonna replace lava with something, you can right now vote internet. You can influence my next thing. We've got 3 of these lava falls plus that one there. Plus I think there's one over here as well. Over in the background, so not really. But like these lava pools need to be replaced. Should we replace it with nothing? With snow? With ice? Blue ice? Not blue ice. Blue ice probably actually might work. Chat, tell me right now. Type it in. One word. Honey blocks. Bad idea, Garabo. Your ideas suck and you suck. I'm just kidding. Toycat, can you read this? Apparently 1% can. If you can read this, you're special. Wow, if you can read that, you have to follow my Twitter. Is your Twitter really big nipple, man? I'm very concerned. But the use water as a replacement. I wish water worked in the Nether. So most of the chat seems to be on the side of blue ice. I don't like how expensive blue ice is, but I will honor your decision, internet. I'm gonna have to spend like 4 stacks of blue ice or something just to do this. It's gonna be a whole thing. We're gonna have to do a whole mining ice stream. It's gonna be messy, but I'll make that sacrifice for you, internet. I will make you that sacrifice. So yeah, up here we're gonna start covering in ice instead of in snow, because we're not gonna have enough snow anyway, and I think it's a better fit to have it like slowly transition into ice. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they should all just go snowy up to like here. Yeah, I can see that. Let's start from here upwards. Hi, Dad. I beat the End Dragon for the first time. Should I edit the video or get the Elytra first? Honestly, I would always say like, defeating the End Dragon's cool, but it doesn't like it gives you a rewarding feeling, but you want to have the rewarding loot to go with it. Also, glowstone. That's a cool idea, but it has to be like icy themed. Blue ice. Yeah, blue ice seems to be what everyone agrees. Also, packed ice. You did a ice mining stream already. To be fair, I did mean another ice mining stream. Guess what? More than one ice mining stream is possible. It seems like it's not, but it totally is. What's the big hole covered in glass? You mean that thing right there? That's a good question. Glad you're asking it. Don't really have an answer right now, friend. Sea lanterns. I'm still amused by the sea lantern switch. All this time later. Have they even fixed that yet? Is it still called the sea lantern? It genuinely might be. It genuinely might. Remember when you got rickrolled, says Addison DJ. I secretly want to die every time someone asks that and thinks, you know, there's that funny thing where it's like, I don't understand when people, like, everyone's had this experience with that one guy who like doesn't understand when what they're saying isn't funny to anyone, but they keep going with no self-awareness. And it's like, man, you know, there were so many opportunities where you could have stopped speaking, and somehow you took none of them. And yeah, that comment is definitely on the list of those things where it's like, this is funny. They said the thing, and then they said it again, and then they kept on trying to say it, hoping it would one day become funny. And somehow, that just didn't happen. Don't know how. Don't know how in the slightest, but it seems like it did. But, on a refund, you said snow, not ice. Boo. Jessica Forsyth. See, right? I knew it would happen eventually. I knew I'd be ousted from my position here. Honestly, it's just because we didn't have enough snow. Like, I need to place some snow in the Nether, but it's still mostly ice. But if I did snow while saying ice, it'd be like, well, you said this yesterday. It's just an easy way to like have continuity. Like, yesterday was 1, today is 2. We'll do another like ice mining stream to get some blue ice, the rest of the snow and stuff like that, and then we can have like a final block placing up on, I guess, to get this kind of done. Why should drink as many straws? Do you want the turtle to kill the turtles? Says Jinx X Links. I don't know what you mean by my drink has too many straws. I asked people if you wanna, you know, donate to my anti-charity, which is killing the turtles, then you can give me money and I'll put a straw in my drink. I asked people clearly, and the people spoke. What, you know, like, if you disagree with their decisions, then you can take that up with them, I think. But I personally think, you know what? If you don't like turtles, that's a valid opinion. You ever think, like, what's more valuable? Getting a drink from the bowl to your mouth, like, while being able to have the thing be slightly lower than otherwise? It's a magic gravity-defying device that gets the drink into your mouth with slightly less effort, or the entire species of turtles. I know personally I'm on Team Straw. Definitely my real opinion. Oh, whoa!
I've wanted to say this for a while. I'm non-binary, and it makes me really happy that you default to they/them pronouns when talking about people in chat when you're not 100 sure about their gender. It gives me hope, thank you.
Okay, you know, actually, can I... So, either you'll appreciate this, or you'll unappreciate it, but I'm saying this because I think, like, it's all about honesty. A lot of people say, you know, like, on the internet, also not enough straws, need more.
Not
Thank
enough
you.
straws.
I agree.
Need more.
More straw. Spoken with your wallet, Star Blue. Like a hero. But, yeah, Slime's there. I'm gonna say this just for the benefit of anyone, like, a lot of people will talk about pronouns as a way to, like, win favor over, like, you know, it's a hot, spicy topic on the internet. Some people go very far out of their way not to use pronouns. Some people go very far out of their way to use them in places where it doesn't make sense. The truth is, the truth is that, like, in the, you know, like, if you want to change the way every single human speaks to, you know, like, to make you work in some way, even though even that might be a noble goal, even though it might match what's in your reality, you can't really do that. But the truth is that we actually, you know, like, they them being a gender neutral thing or whatever, it's just been around forever anyway. Like, even if non-binary people did not exist, it would still be a valid thing, because if you don't know whether, you know, which of the two it is, you can say it as a thing. When it's very obvious, or when it's at least good to guess, you're probably fine of saying it. But yeah, like, I personally am of the opinion of, like, you know what? You don't need to default to they them when it's clear, or at least mostly clear. You might offend someone 1 in every 100,000 times. But language is all about... Language is a tool that we can't really change. And language has a tool in it that resolves one of the issues. And I worry that people don't use that tool because it's become politicized. It shouldn't be, you know, like... if you want to have debate about whether people should call you, you know, what's the one, like, XE, Y, etc. You can, but just know you're trying to change the world. You know, you're trying to change a tool that everyone currently uses to make it slightly less efficient for them, to make it more efficient for you. But the they thing is like, oh yeah, that makes the language more efficient and more effective at what it's already doing. And even if you really disagree with all of the things in the world about, you know, like, all of the current modern issues, like, because apparently there are some people who do. It's just like, well, you know, you can still, you know, like, your language and your beliefs don't have to align. Language is a tool. Beliefs are a thing. Language is a tool that exists between all humans. Beliefs are a thing inside of your head. And you don't need to have the two things intersect necessarily. I last 2 lost my bank account. Should I play Skyrim or Elder Scrolls Online? By the way, that's a sign of how weak the pound has gone. The last $2 turned into £1.70. But thank you very much regardless. Soft white paws. Should I play Skyrim or Elder Online? I would say, honestly, Skyrim is still good to pick up. By the way, I think this gravel's gonna fall. Oh, only some of it. Okay. I would say okay, we want to have blue ice on this. Oh wait, we didn't. Oh, damn it. So can we get a turtle which can we get a turtle with them straws? Can we get a turtle with them straws? If not, can I get a blue straw? Stream doesn't work for me, so Susan gets 30%, says Timeline Gamer. Very disappointed. If Streamlabs doesn't work for you, give me like a reason why. Let's like build out the reason on why. Neo-pronouns make real trans people look like a joke, says Exploding Trigger. Yeah, right, exactly, right. Like we're in... It's a controversial opinion to say, but like, when you... If you, you know, like, if you ask for a mile, the odds of you getting an inch are much smaller than if you say, hey, I would just like this inch. It's okay. When you like, lots of people group together, not because they have shared or common interests, but because they see themselves as being, like, you know, less than, or being treated as less than, or whatever else. But the truth is if the thing that binds you together is seemed to be like, let's call it inferiority or something. If that's the thing you use to group yourself, then it's you know, like, it's going to be hard to get past that point. I think, especially in, you know, the modern world where, oh Jesus, if people have so much issue use it, you know, like, what I'm trying to say is, like, regardless of what you want the world to be, if you look at the world and you say, oh yeah, people are having difficulties understanding, you know, whichever thing it is, like the trans thing, like, explain it to them and get that one out the board before being like, oh yeah, and also, just know that technically speaking, here are some other niche rules. It's like, you know, when someone gets into a board game, you don't explain to them the niche rules that happen in sudden death, or like, for instance, if someone doesn't know about the American presidential system, here's a fun fact for you. If the president dies, the vice president comes into power. I think everyone knows that one. But if the vice president dies, then the leader of the house comes into power as a, you know, like, if he dies as well. However, if the speaker of the house, I don't actually know what it's called in America, then I think it's like the secretary for state becomes the president. But if the secretary for state dies also, and it goes down like a whole bunch of lists.
Turtle, more straws.
Hey, Shark Boy. You know, me and you have agreements on many things, apparently. And those many things include this straw bunch. That is good. So, yeah, bring a polar bear to the Nether. That's a really good idea. Do you think polar bears can survive here? Do we even need to care, actually? I don't think we do. So we just need to get ourselves a lead. Yeah, we just get ourselves a lead, and then we call it a day. So we're going to place ice on the Netherrack now. Have a nice little ice, blue ice mix going on over here. And we'll place some snow on top of the gravel, when we get more snow, of course. But, yeah, after the Speaker House, it's the President Pro Tempore of the Senate. Oh, it goes to the Senate first. My bad. See, I messed up that rule, right? And rather than saying, you're a bad person, you messed up the rule, Toy Cat, you know nothing about the world. If you just, like, accept... You know, like, I don't know. There's so many movements that are built on acceptance that are so brutal to people who don't accept hard enough. And it's funny to me that it's like, oh yeah, you know, we love everyone, except people who don't do exactly as we do when it comes to loving everyone. If you don't love everyone in just the right way, then we don't love you. And it's like, but wouldn't that be an exclusion on the everyone policy? And then you just gotta, like, roll your way out of that one real fast. It's also Idiot's the leader of Senate is the vice president. But the president, it's called the Senate President Pro Tempore, which is apparently the oldest Senate member. See, the US system is complicated, right? If someone doesn't even know how the president works, because in the UK we have a prime minister, in the US you have a president, they are actually like, there is a big difference between how they work. But you simplify and you say, oh yeah, the president, it's kind of like the prime minister, because he's elected by, you know, the people. Although the prime minister isn't really elected by the people, so that's a big difference. But then there are some countries that have presidents and prime ministers, so it's like, oh yeah, well, the deal with those, like, if you expect everyone to learn everything 100% or 0%, most people choose 0%. It's just the reality of the world. What if the Nether update melts all the snow and the ice? That'd be beautiful to watch, if nothing else. I mean, there was that one update that broke my end and all the glass that came inside of it, so it'd be like half the course at this point. It'd be half the course. So let's just cover this in packed ice. We'll place some regular ice on the side there. And just, yeah, this is just so we have like a little bit of ice coming up here. Anything that we have in the Nether, we're covering in ice to make it look natural. How are you getting all the ice, says Nylon? We've been doing a lot of iceberg mining. In fact, I want to know if I want to get myself a polar bear for the Nether. What we'll do is we'll hop up here, actually. Just right now. I want to bring ourselves in. Also, first of all, get some snow going over here. Apparently not very much snow. Get some packed ice there. And I guess snow here, just where the gravel would have been. In fact, this gravel's going to fall down as well, so we'll just place one snow block. And there we go. No more gravel. Gravel be gone. Why even is this stream? I almost fell in lava by reading your comment, Eclipse49. How does it feel? Your comment, your one message, almost ended everything. Realistically, I have a totem of undying, so I would have just lost that. But that almost lost me a totem. Does that feel good? Do you feel powerful? Or do you feel like, huh, you know, that's too much power for one person to have? I do wonder. So, Kat, do you think never fishing should be a thing? I think never fishing, never boats, never, like, anything that you can do in the water, let it happen in the lava. Is there a good reason why it's not? No, there is not. Let's let it be a thing, is my official default position here. Toycat, do you think, Toycat, you're the best to listen to, while doing other things, says Tay Y. I really think that, like, there are some people, like, it's like a natural progression, like YouTuber thing, where, like, as you go on, more and more people are there for you as opposed to the game. It's like a dangerous thing on one level. I'm always, like, cautious about it. Like, if I do something really interesting in Minecraft, people aren't as interested as they would be if they didn't know me, which means it's like it's a weird thing you have to, like, kind of balance out, is what I'm saying right here. But I'm really glad to hear that you like listening to me, Mr. Layman. The polar bears in the boat, says Jonah Mercier. I was actually thinking, man, I love though, like, one of the cool benefits, because we spoke yesterday about, like, there are benefits and downsides of being, of the bigger you get, the more people who know and watch you. But one of the cool ones to me is that people know my Let's Play world as well as I do. Yeah, I have polar bears in a boat already. I can just, like, bring them in real subtly. And I think I totally will do that. I think that totally is my plan. So, Kat, this is the best podcast. It says, like, Jacob. Yeah, right, a lot of people do see it as a podcast. But then there's, like, a damage in that of, like, you want people to watch your videos as videos, because if people use your videos as podcasts, then, like, is that a good thing in the end? Maybe it is, actually. Maybe people should be able... Maybe that's, like, a strong benefit that some people watch, some people listen. But also I worry, like, oh, but the people who listen don't care what we're doing. But the people who watch care significantly more. And you got to be able to, like, balance those interests, I think. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm definitely crazy. I don't know. I'm just an internet cat, am I right? So this is my second favorite podcast. See, but some people see it as podcast, but some people love the, you know, seeing the survival projects get done. It's a weird blend of the things. I don't know. It's like maybe this is like the thing about, like, YouTube puts a lot of pressure on you as a creator, like, not even directly, like, via numbers. Just like, hey, it's cool. You can do whatever you want. Just know that just know your numbers are always being watched and tracked, and seems like they're down this month. Isn't that odd? How YouTube literally says, like, huh, you made less money this month than you did last month. Isn't that weird? It's because of this thing. Why didn't you do this thing better, you idiot? It doesn't say those words, but it might as well for the for all the, like, help and context and stuff it provides. It's a weird, kind of crazy world in my opinion. Oh, we got more packed ice, so I can work on the inside of this a lot better finally. So these come in, like, sets of 2. And then there's a space of 2 of these, and then there's 1, and then there's 2, and then there's a space for 2 of these. Yeah, then there's 2 of these, then it's 1, and then it's 2. So we're getting some nice easy. Oh no, not this here. Then it's a 2, and then it's another space, and then that, and then there's that over here, and then there's that over there, and then we'll kind of continue this later. But yeah, for now, good progress. Good progress. I like it. I know people with neopronouns, they're generally nice people that aren't comfortable with neopronouns, but otherwise they're just normal people. So I haven't heard the term neopronouns before, but like I also you could be slapping mail on a pig. I follow you for you, not the action should. Yeah, again maybe this is just me. Like I think I said before, like anytime anything good happens, there's a part of my brain that's like, nah, this is fake. And maybe there's a part of that that's on the same thing. Like now, because there's a downside to anything in the world. There are very few things that are positive absolutely with no downside. Even the most positive thing in the world you can think of, like, what the three biggest things in life are what, like, in like reverse order: happiness, wealth, and then health, right? Like, if you see someone who's having a good time, you know, picture like a cute couple laughing together as they do something. Isn't that happy? Picture like, you know, like it's when you see people having a good time. Please tell me I have a lead here somewhere. We had those 2 llamas. How did they not give me a lead? You know, I hope there's gonna be some more llamas around here. Hey, there is a llama. Oh, he doesn't have a lead around him though. Damn it. So we wait until a mysterious trader spawns somewhere, and then we kill him for his lead. Is that the best option we have? It might be the best option. Also, I'm pretty good. I come to live streams to chat to people, says Silica. See, that's awesome. Oh man, we've got another just single. Where are all these single llamas coming from? This is my question. There's just a lot of llamas, mostly the white ones. There's a few of the brown ones, but where's the wandering villager? Also, we got a desert well over there. That's nice. So, Cat, you should build an igloo afterwards. Oh, an igloo would be great. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that yet. You know what? Wait. Thomas Uruguay. Love your idea. Love your yeah. Someone write that down. Someone keep that in mind. So yeah, we've got all of this huge area with a bunch of llamas, but none of the leads. So if we want to move the polar bears, we have to kill one, which will probably upset the other one, honestly. But like, you know what? Sometimes that's what happens, right? It's very strange what we're watching right now, but Minecraft tends to be this way. None of that made any sense. So yeah, what we're gonna do is oh, thank you. Oh man, the moment I, god damn. Okay, so now we kill both the llamas. Sorry to have to do this, but it's the easy way to get the lead. And now we can bring the polar bear with us. Was he there the whole time, or did he literally spawn in that minute, by the way, chat? Am I crazy? Am I really crazy? So, Cat, how can one man make such a hot place seem cold, says Wani. The only real use for wandering traders is the leads. Also, polar bears, Colin and the leather that live in igloos. You know what, Jacob Gorokovsky. Can you breed polar bears? I don't think you can. I think they just exist, right? I'd love to like start a farm otherwise. Okay, let's place some packed ice here. Hey, there we go. Okay. So an easy way to do this is with a bucket of water. Pro tip for anyone watching this right now, being very confused. Let's stack my blocks together. I don't know what to do. Okay, just drop the raw cod. Drop the snowballs. They're 2 snowballs. They're fine. Okay, so we drop those. We grab this. Here's a way to get polar bears up a block. Or like any boat animal up a block. So we'll do it that way, maybe. Get them in the water, go up here. And now we'll do the same, but from like this side. We'll have water flowing down the Nether portal. No. You don't want the... Okay, that's bad, actually. We only want to go up a block. Feta cheese is number 1, says VDub. You might say feta cheese is number 1. I say that is a pipe dream. So now we get the polar bear on top of this. Nope. Okay, we messed that one up. This is a perfectly normal thing to do midway through a stream. It's gonna work great for us. We're gonna have a polar bear in the Nether, and it's gonna be everything we've ever hoped for, internet. There we go. No. Damn. Okay, we gotta. Actually, wait. Can I just get in the boat and then like bring it up myself, maybe? Okay. No. Oh, okay. I got this, internet. I am very efficient at moving boats around. Okay, so look, it floats up by itself. Floats up, and then no. There is definitely a way to do this that I am messing up stupendously. Okay, So, Mr. Polar Bear, you're coming over here. You're floating upwards. You're feeling it. You're feeling it. There we go. You're feeling it. Okay, instead, we'll put that down, and we'll just get in the boat. Okay, look, here's me in a boat. Here's some water. I'm going to row against the tide, and then I'll float up. There we go. That's all it actually took. And now we send the polar bear to the Nether. I don't think you can send the polar bear in the boat. I think you have to take him out of the boat. If I'm not mistaken. I am not mistaken. So now we break the boat while the polar bear's in the Nether. And just like that, there we go. So my boat has also gone over there, which is fine. This is great. And where's my polar bear at? Oh, he's stuck in the block. We have to wait for him to get out of there. Or we place a boat. Oh, the boat went through. Damn it. Okay, how do we get the polar bear out of this? Maybe if we, like, break a few blocks around here. Kind of ugly. Not ideal, but sure. So now there's, like, okay, Mr. Polar Bear. There we go, there we go. He's coming. Put a lead on him, maybe? This is not working how I thought it would. Get the boat. Someone said my stream is lagging. That's on you, sadly, or YouTube. Like, it's not on my end. It lets me know pretty easily when it is. If you live in the certain countries, ISPs have been throttling more and more internet. Because obviously... Okay, I'm going to punch the polar bear and hope that he doesn't end up... Okay, that didn't work. So be mad of me. Be mad of me. Follow me, Mr. Polar Bear. Okay, there we go. He's finally... Okay. So I've got a polar bear on a lead. This is a this is a normal Minecraft experience, I tell you. This is what the Nether was built for, I insist. And we want to take him up this way. I guess we make this little exit slightly wider. So the polar... Oh god, there's lava there. Okay, just don't go through there, Mr. Polar Bear. Don't go through there, Mr. Polar Bear. We break a few blocks around there. Okay, this is good. This is nice. We're just going to place the polar bear... Wait, can he climb out? He literally can't climb out because this is in the way. And still this, I assume. As well as this. Lots of blocks in the... Man, you know, this polar bear is very needy. That is the thing I'm noticing. Take the polar bear up the up the hill like this. Just walk him up here. Where should this igloo be? I guess it should be closer to the pathway than over there. So we'll place the igloo like... Oh, there's not enough flat ground here. I think that area there might be perfect, actually. So let's walk the polar bear over to my little igloo. Dr. Porky, I hope you're happy. Me and my girlfriend arguing about which cheese is best. Thanks a lot, Low Andrew. Well, I tell you what. If one of you if one of you thinks that Brie is the best cheese, then clearly you're correct. If one of you doesn't think Brie is the best cheese, then you're wrong. Argument ended for you right there. Toy Cat saves relationships. So we picked it. Oh no, we don't want the lead. We want to drop the lead. And now we want to get the polar bear in like a little hole somewhere. Oh, here's a hole. Perfect for a polar bear. So we just kind of stack up around it. We don't need cheese. We'll like remove the packed ice, put something else here later. But we put packed ice all the way around it. And then we politely encourage the polar bear to go inside. Oh no, I got trapped in... Okay, if I get inside and then I stack myself... There we go. Intended for that to happen. We now have a polar bear in the Nether. Is that meant to happen? You might say no. You might say this is a sign of global warming. But here we are. Who is IBX Toy Cat? Is that the girl you've been texting? I bet you've been thinking about IBX Toy Cat at night, haven't you? You say you think about me, but I see the joy that comes to your face when you say IBX Toy Cat. I see it. I see the missing thing in your eyes. Toy Cat, which country are you going to next? Says Thomas Uruguay. I'm super sad. I can't travel for a long time. I had a trip planned to Hong Kong that is cancelled, and I have a trip. Actually, wait. This isn't gonna mean something to a lot of people, but it's like a thing I care about. I care about flights and stuff. So just humor me on this one if you don't care about flying. So I had a trip to America planned for April. It was gonna go from Paris to America via Helsinki. I saved a lot of money by routing it via Finland, and it means I'd get to go to Finland again. When Finland's a cool country. I was excited about this trip. We get to see Finland and America in the same trip. It was gonna be super cool, But because of the current situation, that you don't mention it by name on YouTube if you can avoid it. Because of current situation in the world, my Paris to Finland flight got cancelled like super early on. And it's like, well, that's kind of weird, but sure. But then also like my flight from like America back to the UK is cancelled because it was going to go from America to the UK to Paris. So I now have flights that go from Helsinki to America and then from London to Paris a week later. And like they're trying to act like this is perfectly normal. Your flights have been cancelled. We don't have alternatives because we don't fly those routes anymore. But this is normal. This is okay. Trust us, friend. Cosmic Grime says I start my first day of work tomorrow at Amazon warehouse. They're paying base of $15 an hour with a $2 hour bonus through April. I'm gonna stock up with all the proceeds, says Cosmic Grime. Hey, really pleased to hear that, friend. I really do think that the one, you know, like every single time there's any form of crisis or anything like that, it is mostly a bad thing still, and mostly should be seen that way. But there always is the small benefit of like, okay, there's someone come out of this ahead at least. You know, like for instance, you know, like any delivery service right now, actually doing quite well. It's not, you know, there's a lot more coverage about the bad than the good, and often with good reason. But there's always a nice reminder that like, you know, people say there's a silver lining to every cloud. I disagree. I've been in the clouds. I have yet to see a single silver lining. Those people are liars if they think there are silver linings in the cloud. Or worst yet, they are buffoons. But yeah, even though it's like mostly a bad thing, it's a whole thing. Name the bear straws. Name the bear. Do you guys really want to name the bear? Should we have a little friendly name bear? I kind of like that actually. We could do like a naming competition or something. There's got to be some great way to name our bear. This situation is going to be lots of free time to play Animal Crossing, says Mercedes. See, right, there are people who get great new jobs at like all the supermarkets and stuff, and you know, online retailers, etc. And there are people like Mercedes, whose parents clearly hated the concept of her before she was born because they called her Mercedes. But we have people like, you know, like her, I assume, who actually are, you know, benefiting from this, you know, getting more Animal Crossing time. Is that not what we all want secretly? Every silver lining has a touch of grey. A better phrase would be something like, you know what? Every single gravel pit has a piece of flint in there somewhere. Name him Bree. He's white and soft, says PN. I like that logic, actually. Should we call... You know, internet, if everyone can give him a better name than Bree, then feel free to tell me. But I think Bree is going to be an unmatched name as far as beauty goes. So the bear should be named Harry. I hate people who name animals like human names. It's like, geez, I get it. You have a problem with telling the difference between animals and humans. Fishbowl, says Dumpy Goblin. I like that one too. Good name, solid name. We're getting there. He should be named Straws. Again, a lot of people have said Straubs. You don't get that. Robert Mannion, questionable. Barry Styles. Okay, this is what you're going down in quality, internet. You had something here, and you've lost it. Whatever you had has been lost in a fire, a tragic fire that loses quality apparently. So I'm gonna place ice on this thing up there, just because I don't want to place ice on the ceiling necessarily, but I do want to place it like going up to the ceiling. So let's go ahead and do that. Well, thanks, Toycat. You're welcome. Is a loser said I had a dog named Zach. My mum would call him Zacharias when I was bad. See, that is a crazy human being that is justifying their craziness by giving a dog a human name. Like, dogs are not people. You know, believing dogs are people has led to a whole subculture of the internet who like to dress as dogs and do unspeakable things, and that is not okay. That is, I am very strong, apparently very strongly about that. Enya says, Enya off my past cat. So I don't wanna strike while the cat is still in the ground or whatever. But, you know, Enya, you know, not the greatest of cat names. But thank you so much, Jonas, for it's cool to see you from Norway. I love Norway. Beautiful country. And honestly, you know how we're all talking about how much we love snow? You know where snow is all the time? Or like, by all the time, I mean like 5 months in the year? That's right, Norway. There's no way we're forgetting that. But anyway, no, yeah, Cosmic Grime. I love that something good is coming for you. Because there are a lot of things that are going to be bad for the next 3 to 18 months. But I always like to, like, you know, because even if things are bad for me personally, it can seem so much worse when everyone is going through the same thing. Maybe this is me, actually. A lot of people like to know everyone's going through the same thing as them. Personally, I think that's so much worse. Like, if something bad happened to me, maybe to, like, my peers, if it happens to your peers, it's like, oh, yeah, well, this isn't my fault, clearly. But personally, like, when something's bad happening to me, it's like, I hope everything's going normal in the world. Like, when you get fired, it seems like, oh, God, if I'm fired, how many other hundreds of thousands of people are also fired? What just happened there, by the way? You can see how, like, what? I've never seen Ice do that before. That's a weird chunk issue. Cobra 19. Look, not a big fan. Not a big fan. Let's not do that. Boo Chantal. Boo Chantal. Chantal. You're never gonna be able to say your name correctly. That is the sad fact. So yeah, I want to get that bit up there. It's gonna be kind of tricky to do that. Name him Polar. If you name your polar bear Polar, then I'm just saying, you need to get your naming license revoked. You should never be allowed name tags in your Minecraft world again, if that's what you choose to do it. But yeah, I like Strawberry Rochelle, but I think Brie is, because like he's white and fluffy. I think that's currently got my vote. Side note, actually, while we're here, you know, something I've wanted to do for a while, let's just kind of get it out of the way, is I wanted to place myself, name him Brie Straws. I wanted to make this like Nether portal actually fit the Nether fortress better. So we're gonna mine this out. Do I have a flint and steel on me? I do. We're gonna mine this out. Oh, I need more Nether. I need more obsidian. We'll work out the obsidian later. We're gonna replace the parts in the wall with this, and then we'll make it a 3x3 portal. That is my high quality plan. I hope you approve. I think we should make it go higher as well, but first of all, let's just make sure it goes to the same place after we light and read. Because isn't this so much nicer than before? And then what we could do is we could have it go all the way up to the ceiling, maybe. Or we could have it just go through the floor. That might make more sense. Let's just first of all see how this works. Name the bear Ron of Savior. I don't get it, friend. I'm the first person in history who IBX Toycat said boo and not a single boo was said in chat. I'm honored. For the first time, you know, the first person that hasn't instantly been hated. That is something, Chantal. That is something. Big cheer for Chantal. By the way, right now, Chantal's been a moderator for the last like week or two. So if you notice, chat's been less filled with crazy obscenities and nonsense, you have Chantal to thank for it. Also, Emi Ahmed says boo. Well, there goes that honor. There goes that honor, honestly. I'm stealing your chat from me. Is my chat gonna break up with me and get back together with you a week later? Something I've always found funny in the real world, because you know there's like a formal breaking up procedure, right? That's a thing, exists in the world. It's weird that it does, because you'd figure like, you know, like you'd figure if you're breaking up with someone, you could technically like make up the rules on the spot. Like it's kind of nice that even when you're like at the end with someone, there's still like a procedure. There's still like, you know, rules that you follow. But I always find it funny when like, because this happens in the real world all the time. Where someone's like, oh yeah, just broke up with a friend, and then 3 days later, just got together with other person I've known for a very long time, and it's like, you know, there's no official grace period to follow. There's no official like amount of time before you get in a relationship. But it was definitely more than 3 days. By the way, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna get the polar bear. So we're gonna grab 2 polar bears and a boat. Actually, just 1 polar bear. Maybe a rabbit as well, actually. Yeah, let's grab a polar bear and let's grab a rabbit. Actually, maybe just a polar bear and a rabbit. They can be friends. That'd be cute. You know, actually, I've decided. Get in the boat, rabbit. Get in the boat. Oh, no. Okay, I don't want to go down. Oh, Jesus. Okay, we're fine. Okay, rabbit here is getting in the boat. I don't know how I'm going to force him in the boat, but believe me, I am. Okay. We are zooming through this. Hey, no wait. Do I have to be out of the boat for an animal to get in it? There we go. This is a weird world we live in, but this is how we're playing Minecraft today. I don't think this is supposed to happen. The terrain generation broke. Yeah, I've never seen that. It's a weird thing. It's a very weird thing. Also, yeah, Jessica Forsyth's been here as well. I just found you again. I don't wanna be like you're not here, because I just spoiled you in the chat again. But in fact, actually, fun fact is by pure coincidence, one of the mods in the chat here, Jessica, I actually met like in real life once, because I happened to be in like the same city in Utah. Like again, like who's ever in Utah? Like name a single person you know who's been to Utah. Checkmate, you can't. No one goes to Utah. It's not a thing that is done. But yeah, we met and they didn't even kill me, which is something you've got to say. Like on the internet, killing people is definitely usually the easier option. Like saying goodbye is so awkward. You know, like kind of like how breaking up. No one wants to do it. So that's what leads to people like waiting too long, and then they do that thing where they get together with the best friend 3 days later that I just mentioned. In that same way, saying goodbye is hard. Just murder the person. It's so much easier. Think about it. They're dead. They're in the ground. They can't say, "Oh yeah, but what about this?" Because everyone's had one of those goodbyes that go on for far too long. They outstay their welcome. It's just a thing that happens in the world. It's a problem. We all know it's a problem, but no one's doing anything about it. And you know what? Murder is the solution to that problem. Murder is the only solution I see, at least. Okay, so now we put water up there, and then we remove this, and we get in the boat. That is, I believe, the solution we found. Excuse me, that seems like a lot of steps, says Sarah E. Murder's like 1 step. Step 1, murder. Step 2, done. I guess you have to hide the thing. Should murder really be illegal, says Rocket2. Honestly, I've had this opinion for a long time. It's one of my more controversial opinions. But should murder be illegal? Do we have any proof that that stops any murderers? Has there ever been someone who's like, I'm going to murder you? Oh, wait. That's illegal, isn't it? Because maybe someone has. But I don't think it's a very common... opinion, if so. So I don't know... Wait, why is the rabbit over there? That rabbit's going to be such a pain to go pick up. So we can do the same thing where we grab the boat. Hey! It worked. And then we pick up the boat. This is going to be a lot harder than the bear. In fact, it might be even impossible without water. Okay, never mind. Okay, we're doing it. It's going well so far. Come on, we just need a block. So I just jump on this. If I like go around the corner. Okay, wait, here? It's not working for me. It's not working, internet. I'm getting the boat to jump, but not the way we need it to. So, Kat, do you think Minecraft versions updates will the same number from now on, and Bedrock could include parity changes? Oh, I mentioned it in my... I think it's been confirmed that's what they want to do. I think it's going to be really weird, because it means that they're going to release, like, lots of other things on Bedrock. I don't know, it's a weird thing. They changed their mind a lot. Like, the official position has gone back and forth several times. Dig back a bit. Yeah, that might be the best idea from here. If we go back... Okay. No, just not coming through, are we? Okay, we'll dig back and up. And then we'll place a block here. There we go, there we go. Put the lead on the rabbit. See, I hear that, and don't get me wrong, I know that's a good idea, objectively speaking. So we go through here, and then we get back round. We go through here. Getting the rabbit up. Oh god, okay. Lead broke, that's fine. So we'll just drive the rabbit for a bit, so we can get in this hole. Okay, look at this. Just place the water, simple. So to be fair, I'm going to place the water to show you what happens when you place water in the Nether.
This is my
even on a
first
snow
super
block.
chat.
Hey, William Walton. Thank you so much for your first... You know, I feel honoured that your first ever time giving money to a person on the internet is for me. How does it feel, William? You feel good? Or do you feel like, huh, that was different? Because I'll be real with you, I did go through the same thing, like, when Twitch started giving out, like I think it was like Twitch Prime, I was like, huh, what's that all about? And then when people started tipping me on YouTube, I was like, I should get back and like tip other Minecraft console streamers that exist. It's something I did it a fair few times. A part of me was like curious, like, will anyone recognize? And a part of me was just like, yeah, easy way to give back at the same time as satisfying my ego, I guess. Okay, this is a lot of effort. We're bringing this bunny through, but it's gonna be worth it, I assure you. Oh, that rhymed. Oh yeah, look at this. Nice, nice, nice. Can we go over this gap? Yes, we can. Pick up the rabbit. Oh yeah. No, not working. Damn it. Okay, so we're up one layer. No, we're not. We're not up any layers. So we could probably pick up the rabbit individually at this point. But because rabbits try to run away from you too violently, it's too much of a risk, in my opinion. Okay, the rabbit's up here. One more layer up. Okay, there we go. There we go. One more layer. And now we have to be very careful about this. We put the rabbit in the hole, and then we break the boat. Oh, no, they're both in the boat now. Okay, so there's somehow... This is weird, but it's fine. We just want to use our axe, and we want to break the boat, but not even if the mob's in there. This is surprisingly tricky to do, I guess. Okay, we'll just get away. The leash will break. And now we have a boat in the Nether with two cute little animals. Look how adorable this is. Have you seen anything this adorable? Guarantee you haven't. If we break... Oh, I don't know how we're going to break that boat. We're going to have to come up with ways to do that in the future. Why not leave them in the boat for now? Yeah, I think when we make like a proper thing here, we should do that. But that's the thing. But yeah, instead of complaining about fakes, like if you... Anyone who like yells at fakes, like craziness, it's like, you know what, chill. It's okay. They're happy in the boat, says Pookie Hams. You know, I agree with that one. They're happy in the boat. Let's leave them in the boat. So now we have two little friendly animals in the Nether here with us. We've got Bree the bear, and we've got a white rabbit that we'll name at some point in the future.
Good evening, Toy Car. I am a tired, slimmer Welsh person shrugging, medium light skin tone, female sign, cat with tears of joy. My son and I will be beating Jean this week.
Oh,
Grimacing face.
Okay, again, I always, like, I know a part of me just assumes everyone who watches the streams, like, oh yeah, you must have done all that stuff a while ago. But because it's Minecraft Bedrock, there's a lot of people who are just like, oh yeah, gonna be my first time defeating the dragon. And I love that. I love that as an exciting moment. Like, it must be so cool to finally be like, actually, let's defeat the dragon. Because for me, my first dragon kill was, I knew the dragon existed, and I was waiting forever till it came out on console. Then it came out on console, and I did it, like, the day it came out or something. But it must be so cool to be like, oh yeah, it's existed, it's been on your to-do list for a while, and now you're getting around to it. Like, that's going to be a hype thing. Because you're doing it like your own pace. Like, you know, you've had to learn how to do it. You're doing it on Bedrock, which is going to be crazy. I'm excited for you, Jess Slimmer. I'm excited for you. Do let me know how it goes. Because it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna... Parent goal, says GB. Honestly, right, like, you know, I don't want to have a hobby personally. You know, like, I've got many other hobbies in my life besides the one that cry and scream and cost $250,000. Honestly, is there a hobby more expensive and, you know, than children? At least if you get into, like, extreme jet ski racing, at least you get a jet ski you can sell on the other end. But you try to sell a child and people say, wait, you can rent children? You know, I'm just saying, real whole problem. Dig down, says Beckcliff. Solid idea. I would have killed the dragon, but Endermen are hard to find. Oh, you can trade the villagers. It's a lot more fun in my opinion. Like once you get the concept down, it's a lot easier than you'd expect, time-wise. Anyway, yeah, I feel like we've done some pretty wonderful things today. I'm very pleased and excited with what's been going on here. In case you're curious, I mentioned this briefly yesterday, but we lost our world record as of like a few days ago. The Minecraft Bedrock, but on console, world record has been beaten, and you know we could accept that, sure, but we're gonna be beating that and on Thursday. So roughly this time Thursday, maybe like a couple hours removed, we're gonna be doing more speedrunning stuff because I like the survival projects, and we'll probably be doing part of this tomorrow. There's a lot to be done, I'm sure. I don't need to tell you. But we'll be doing even more of it on like a couple of days from now. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great. I spent many hours in Nether with a looting free sword and can't get the free skulls. Yeah, it really is an awful part of the process, I'd say. Oh, something I want to do because something I want to do just because it's like I don't know, been on the to-do list for a while, I guess, is like I want to beat the Wither again, but on hard difficulty. Because last time I defeated the Wither, just to get a beacon really easily, like a lot of people said like, oh, it's really easy to do on easy. And I think it was like Helen Angel saying on Twitter like, the Wither on hard on Bedrock is objectively harder than on console, and then on Java, and it is. And I figured like, wouldn't that be a fun Let's Play episode? See, I think this week we're gonna try and beat the Ender Dragon the fastest time possible, and try to defeat the hardest version of the Wither. It's gonna be a fun week for bosses. I'm looking forward to it a lot. Not to weaken your thing, just slimmer. Anyway, is hell totally freezing over? This is because of coronavirus, ain't it? Oh man, you don't say the C word on YouTube. You know what? I had a lot of fun today, but you know what? I said you know what too many times. So let's just chill. Let's relax. Let's say thank you very much for coming along to today's stream. Having this like daily opportunity to speak to a lot of people who clearly want to be here is a lot of fun. Thank you to everyone who came along. Thank you to Chantal and Jessica for moderating. Thank you for all the people who came along and chatted, say anything. Even if it's just a name suggestion or to say that you like cheddar because you have bad cheese tastes. It was a lot of fun to hang out and do these things. And it's only fun because of you chatting, talking, being here. And actually, you know what? While we're here, and liking the video. 700 if you liked the video, which means 700 people like cheese. And that means a lot to me. So thank you very much for watching this video. I've got a lot of like apple juicy lemonade liquid to go. Thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope you had a good time. And if you didn't have a good time, then man, you watched too long. But yeah, this will be tomorrow we'll be live streaming, and on Thursday we'll be defeating the Minecraft record, I think. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Thank you for all the nice words. And it's exactly midnight, 0000 in the UK, which ends in 6 seconds. So before that happens, goodbye.